MCM coverage of MHS sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions. Repel Pest Solutions is a full-service pest control company protecting residential and commercial properties from nuisance pests that carry germs and diseases. They are a small, family-run business from Marshfield, licensed, insured, competitively priced. We work to understand your needs and offer an integrated pest solution that's environmentally friendly. Don't be afraid to bug us. Moi Health and Wellness. Moi Health and Wellness is owned and operated by nurse practitioner Christine Murphy. We are an integrative wellness center offering medical weight loss, men's testosterone therapy, functional medicine consults and labs, vitamin therapy, Advadex laser skin resurfacing, Botox and dye sport, teeth whitening, and so much more. Moi Health and Wellness has 3 locations in Lakeville, Marshfield, and Plymouth. Road to Responsibility. Founded in 1988, Road to Responsibility's mission is to provide the means, the opportunity, and the support necessary to allow citizens with disabilities to take their place as productive members of the community. We are committed to providing all individuals with opportunities to truly live in the community. Through our services, we are proud to enrich and improve the lives of every individual, one person at a time. And Biviano General Contracting. Biviano General Contracting is Marshfield's leading custom modular house builder. Modular house building saves time and money. Only 8 to 12 weeks for the entire build and saves up to 25% compared to traditional building. We also offer custom deck building, kitchen and bathroom remodels, additions, and house elevations. More information can be found at bivianocontracting.com.
And welcome to Marshfield High School inside of the Robert E. Keuther Jr. Gymnasium. Tonight's matchup, we have the Lady Rams of Marshfield's first home game of the season after getting off to a 3-0 start, and they will be taking on the Plymouth South Panthers. It's going to be an exciting matchup here today, as the girls, like I said, have not lost a game yet, but Plymouth South is always a challenging team in the Patriot League in the one time a year Marshfield and the Plymouth South meet, so it looks like we're in for a good one tonight. Starters from Marshfield, we have number 30, Corinne Daly, number 22, Josie Elwood, number 33, Maddie Devon, number 24, Maeve McDougall, and number 44, Caroline Aruda. Starting for the Panthers, we have number 11, Aubrey Pels, number 5, Peyton Murator, number 20, Sarah Carrain, she's a senior captain. And I'm trying to see the other numbers. And now tip's going to go up. Aruda's going to try to win this one. Aruda wins the tip. Devon's going to collect. Now Devon's going to go right over to her right hand, get to the layup. Basket's good. Marshfield strikes first, up to an early 2-0 lead. Now this is going to be Corain bringing the ball down the floor. It has Elwood on her. Plymouth South looks like they're going to run a play right off the set. Swing it over to the wing. That's Pels. Pels puts up the 3. That one's a little short. Devon's going to get the rebound. Devon's going to push the pace. Get it over to McDougall. McDougall dribbles, sends it back to Devon. Devon thinks about it, gets it inside to Aruda. Aruda is going to go up. She thought she was fouled, but that's going to be a traveling violation. It's going to be a turnover, and Plymouth South is going to take over. Now Plymouth South's going to get the ball in. This is going to be Corain bringing the ball up. Corain still has Elwood on her, looking like Plymouth South's trying to run a set here. Gets it over to the wing. That's Caitlin Shaughnessy. Now she sends it back over to Corain. Going to get a screen. Corain's going to go to the rim, put up a floater. Floater's a little strong. Elwood's going to collect the rebound. Now Elwood's going to try to push the pace. Elwood, younger sister of Matt Elwood, we've seen a couple times here on Marshfield Community Media playing for the men's team. Now Daly's going to get this ball in the corner. Dump it inside to Aruda. Aruda kicks it out to Elwood. Elwood puts up the 3. Just a little wrong. Tried to bank it. McDougall's going to collect the offensive board. That's no good. Aruda's going to go up. She's going to draw the foul. Great offensive rebounding there from the Rams. Now Aruda's going to be at the line shooting too. Foul's going to be on number 10. That is Addison Brunstrom. Aruda's going to line up this first shot. That one goes down. Crowd loves it. Marshall brings the lead up to 3-0. Second one's up. Second one's no good for Aruda. Now Plymouth South's going to collect the rebound, and they're going to fly up the floor. Swings it over to the corner. That's Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy puts up the deep 2. No good. McDougal's going to collect. Get it up to Elwood. Elwood's going to find Daly running the floor. Daly's going to Euro step. Gets by her defender and gets the layup. Nice move from Corinne Daly right there. Showing us that she can travel from America to Europe in just 2 steps. Now Corinne's going to rain the ball down the floor. Plymouth South's going to try and get on the scoreboard, run one of their plays. Kicks it over to Murator. Shot's going to go up for Shaughnessy. Tries to bank that one home. That one doesn't fall. Aruta's going to collect the rebound. Now Elwood's going to push the pace up the floor. Gets it over to Daly. Daly stops on a dime. Gets it over to Elwood. Now Elwood's going to try and set up the offense. Swings it over to Devin. Devin trying to find McDougal. Now she drops it down into Aruta. Aruta's going to kick short corner. Daly puts up the mid-range. A little strong on that one. McDougal's trying to fight for the ball. She knocks it off O'Shaughnessy, and the ball's going to stay here with Marshfield. Great play from Mae McDougal. Now Marshfield's going to take out from underneath. Looks like they're in a 4-across set underneath the basket on the baseline. Gets it in the corner to Elwood. Now Elwood's going to get into the paint, kick it back out to her teammate, McDougal. McDougal almost gets a carry right there, but able to remain control. Into Aruta. Aruta has 3 people on her. Goes up, gets fouled, but the shot's not going to fall. Great move, great play from Aruta there. Caroline's teammates are supporting her loud and well from the bench. You'd love to see it. That foul is going to be on number 11, Aubrey Pels. Shot's up. Shot's good. I could hear someone's ringtone going off in there, so you might want to step out of the gym to answer that. Just a friendly heads up. And when you're at a basketball game, please mute your phone. We'd appreciate it. Second shot for Aruta. That one's no good. So Aruta's showing us she can go 1 for 2. 2 times now. Now this is going to be Corinne. Hands it off to Pels. Pels is going to get by her defender. Drop it inside to Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy gets the ball back in the corner. Now she tries to set the offense back up at the top of the key. This is going to be Pels. Pels is going to try to get into the paint. She gets denied. This is Corinne. Kicks it out to Brunstrom, but Brunstrom is not able to catch that. And it's going to be a turnover by Marshfield. Great defense there from Mae McDougal. Now they're going to get this into Elwood, and Elwood's going to try to set up a play now. Marshfield's going to try and continue this lead. Devin gets it. She sends it over to McDougal. McDougal sends it back to Elwood. Looks like they're trying to get Devin open in the corner. Devin puts up the 3. That one's just a little short. Ball's flying in the air, and Corinne's able to collect it. Now Corinne's going to run down the floor with numbers. Tries to throw it up to her teammate Shaughnessy, but that's going to go out of bounds. It's going to stay with Plymouth South. And we're going to have our first timeout on the floor here from Plymouth South, so don't go anywhere. Score right now, about halfway through the first quarter, is 6-0 Marshfield. We'll be right back after this word from our sponsor.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions. Repel Pest Solutions is a full-service pest control company protecting residential and commercial properties from nuisance pests that carry germs and diseases. They are a small, family-run business from Marshfield, licensed, insured, competitively priced. We work to understand your needs and offer an integrated pest solution that's environmentally friendly. Don't be afraid to bug us. Moi Health and Wellness. Moi Health and Wellness is owned and operated by nurse practitioner Christine Murphy. We are an integrative wellness center offering medical weight loss, men's testosterone therapy, functional medicine consults and labs, vitamin therapy, Advadex laser skin resurfacing, Botox and dye sport, teeth whitening, and so much more. Moi Health and Wellness has 3 locations in Lakeville, Marshfield, and Plymouth. Road to Responsibility. Founded in 1988, Road to Responsibility's mission is to provide the means, the opportunity, and the support necessary to allow citizens with disabilities to take their place as productive members of the community. We are committed to provide.
And welcome back to Marshfield High School. Last we saw ya, score was 6-0. Score is still 6-0. Plymouth South used a timeout, hopefully. Trying to regroup, get a bucket here now. This is going to be Murator. Sends it over to Corinne. Marshfield appears to be in a 2-3 zone now. Shot's going to go up there from Pels. Shot's no good. Devin's going to collect the rebound after the tip from McDougal. Devin's going to try to go. Sings it to McDougal in the corner. McDougal throws up a wild leaner. That was going to go out of bounds, but it got tipped by Pels. So good defense there from number 11, Aubrey Pels on Plymouth South. Now Marshfield's going to come out in a box set here. Try to get someone open. Elwood cuts. Now the slip opens up. Corinne Daly puts up the layup. Layup's no good. Aruta tries to get her up. She thought she was fouled. She doesn't get the call. Now Plymouth South has numbers. but they're going to forget to dribble the ball, and that's going to be a travel there for Caitlin Shaughnessy. So that's going to be another turnover for Plymouth South, and Marshfield's going to take over yet again. Now McDougal's going to get this one into Elwood. Elwood's going to walk it down the floor. Elwood trying to set up a play. Plymouth South appears to still be in man coverage. McDougal's coming out to the wing. She gets it. Well, Pels is reaching. McDougal's unfazed. Gets it out to Daly. Daly's looking, gets it over to Elwood. Elwood's going to get it into Aruda. Aruda's going to get back into that high post. McDougal fakes, loses her defender, puts up the three. That one's just a little strong. Now Plymouth South's going to try and push the pace, get a layup. Here comes Pels. Pels going to get that pass tipped by Daly. Daly with the steal. Gets it into Aruda. Now Elwood's going to push the tempo. Gets it up the floor to McDougal. McDougal's going to kick it back out to Elwood. Elwood's going to sidestep. Now Elwood's going to put up the three. Shot's a little to the left. Rebound's collected there by Murator. Now Murator's going to push the pace. Gets it over to Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy puts up the three. That one's not on. Plymouth South finally enters the score column, getting their first 3 points of the game. Now Elwood's going to bring it back, trying to respond. Gets it over to Devin. And Shaughnessy goes for the $1 million play right there. Doesn't get it. Devin drives to the hoop. Thought she was fouled. No call there. Now Corain's going to walk this one up the floor. Try to push the tempo up to Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy hit one from the same spot. That one's no good. Corain gets the rebound out to Pels. Pels puts that one up. That one rims out. Rebound again. Good effort there by Corain, but not going to hit the layup. And a foul call? Nope, out of bounds. So out of bounds. Marshfield's going to take over. We have 2 subs coming into the game. We have number 12, freshman Molly Stevens, and number 21, sophomore Stella Ewell, checking into the game for the first time tonight, replacing Josie Elwood and Corinne Daly. Stevens is going to get this over to McDougal. McDougal picks up her dribble, gets it back over to Stevens. Stevens sends it to Aruda. And that's going to be a travel violation. McDougal didn't put the shot up there. That's going to be a turnover, and Plymouth South's going to take over. Now Corain is going to bring this one up the floor. Trying to tie this game here, get another bucket, keep it close. Looks like they're going to set up a set on the baseline. Gets it out there to Murator. Now sends it up to the top to Pels. Pels is going to get into the paint. Thought she was fouled, but she had it stripped. It's going to stay here. Good defense there from Marshfield. Now Murator is going to take the ball out of bounds. Devin's guarding the basket line. Good defense there. Gets it inside there to Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy puts that one up. That one's no good. Aruda clears. Gets it up to Molly Stevens. Molly Stevens trying to push the tempo. Kicks it to Stella Ewell. Stella Ewell drives baseline. Puts up the shot. Shot's no good. Ball's going to go out of bounds. They say it's going to be last touched by Aubrey Pels, so Marshfield's going to keep possession. We got 2 more subs coming in. We have number 20, Michaela Lamb, and number 23, Audrey Sears, checking into the game for the first time tonight. Marshfield's going to set up in a new formation. 4 across, but that one was a little higher that time. Plymouth South read that one like a book. Now they're going to go. Here comes Pels. Pels puts up the layup. Layup's good. Pels makes this one a 1-point game. Now here comes Stevens up the floor. Kicks this one over to Lamb. Lamb into Aruda. Aruda bounces at to someone, either Ewell or Stevens. Now Sears collects. Sears sends it over to Stevens. Back over to Sears. They're playing hot potato with the ball. Out to Ewell. Ewell puts up the 3. That one's good. Stella Ewell from downtown. Stella Ewell brings the momentum back into this building with that 3-pointer. Now Corain's going to bring this one up the floor. Corain stops on a dime, gets it out to Pels. Pels trying to get to the basket, but Ewell shuts that one down. Now here comes Murator getting into the paint. Now 3's going to go up there from Corain. That one's going to roll right out. Marshfield trying to collect the rebound. Now Sears collects this. Sears picks up her dribble, gets it to Molly Stevens. Molly Stevens is going to push this one up. Michaela Lamb for 3. That one's a little strong. Now here comes Murator. Gets it over to Corain. Corain has Molly Stevens on it. Here comes a screen from Shaughnessy. Now she swings it over to number 10, Addison Brunstrom. Now back over to Pels. Pels swings it into the corner to Corain. Corain's going to go baseline, but gets shut down there by Sears. Pels is going to put up the 3. That one's a little off to the left. Molly Stevens collects. Now Molly Stevens is going to push the tempo up the court. Sends it over to Sears. Now over to Ewell. Ewell trying to set up something. Gets it inside to Aruda. Aruda gets double teamed right away. Puts it up with the left. Lamb's just a little short. Lamb tries to collect, but now Plymouth South will take over. Corain's going to walk this one up the floor. Molly Stevens meeting her at half court. Looks like Plymouth South's trying to get into another set. Here's Shaughnessy. Now Shaughnessy's going to get a screen from Pels. She's going to get into the paint. Ruda does a good job keeping both hands up, but that's just a great floater there from Shaughnessy. Now Stevens going to bring this up, 2-point game. Marshfield, you would assume, is going to look for the last shot here. That goes into Ruda, and Stevens gets it right back, puts up the layup. That one's good for her first 2 points in this gymnasium. Great play there from Molly Stevens and Carolina Ruda, the 2 freshmen. Now shot's going to go up here by Brunstrom. Tries to bank that one home. Marshfield has a chance to get this off. Stevens doesn't get that one off in time. So after the first quarter, your score is going to be 11 Marshfield, 7 Plymouth South. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this word from our sponsor.
MCM coverage of MHS sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions, Moi Health and Wellness, Road to Responsibility, and Biviano General Contracting.
Welcome back to Marshfield High School. After the first quarter, we saw Marshfield come out to a strong start, and Plymouth South was able to build it back. Now we've got an 11-7 game heading into the second quarter here. Saw some great plays from Corinne Daly, Molly Stevens, and some other of their crewmates here on this roster. Now Lamb's going to pressure the inbounder. This one's going to go into Corinne. Corinne has Stevens on her. We saw Stevens get a good bucket to end the first quarter. Now foul is going to be called there on Nora Walker for her. Nora Walker checking into the game for the first time. Now Plymouth South is going to take this one out on the side of the court. Inbounder is going to be number 5, Peyton Meritor. And looking like Plymouth South is just going to keep out the same 5 they had start the game right now. So still no subs. Shot from Pels is going to go up. That one's just a little short. Ref's going to call a foul there. I believe foul is going to be on number 13. That's Lauren McDaniel. So this is McDaniel's first minutes of the game as well as number 1, Aubrey Finn. The gym gets scary quiet in here. Free throw is coming. I'll stop ducking now. First shot for Corain is no good. The silence during the free throw is something I need to get used to. Second shot for Corain is in. Now it brings us back to a 1-possession game. Molly Stevens going to walk this one up the floor. Going to her left. Swings it over to Finn. Not Finn, Walker, excuse me. But Walker's going to lose this one to Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy's going to push the tempo up the floor now. Shaughnessy's going to get a screen there from Meritor. Now hands the ball off to Corain. Corain looking for a screen, gets the screen from Meritor. Now Corain wide open the top of the key. That one's no good. Rebound there by McDaniel. And good effort there from Corain as she draws the jump ball, but ball's going to stay with Marshfield. Now Marshfield's going to run their press break, gets it into Stevens. Over to Finn. Pass goes into the middle to Walker. Walker sends it up the floor to Molly Stevens. Stevens going to throw up the floater. That one just rattles out. Stevens collects her own rebound. Passes it in, tries to get it to Aubrey Finn. That one's tipped. Now Pels is going to go to the basket. Pels is going to draw the foul there. Foul's going to be on Aubrey Finn. That's her first. Marshfield up to a very quick 3 fouls this quarter. You didn't know, new rules say that team limit is 5 per quarter, so 2 more, and Plymouth South will be shooting every time. First shot for Pels is good. Josie Elwood's going to come back into the game. She will be replacing Michaela Lamb. Second shot for Pels is up. That one's good as well. Now we've got a 1-point game. Ball goes into Josie Elwood. She's looking for someone to get the ball to. Sends it in the middle to Molly Stevens. Stevens is going to get this one to Walker. Walker's going to Euro step, throw up the floater. Floater's no good. Meritor is going to collect this rebound. Now she's going to look for someone. Sends this one over to Corain. Corain's going to get inside. Corain throws up the layup. And that one's going to bounce in. Now Plymouth South takes the lead for the first time tonight after a hot start from Marshfield. Marshfield doesn't know what to do against this press right now. Elwood gets this one up to Walker. Walker gets this one into McDaniel. McDaniel throws up the layup. That one's off. And good effort there from Caitlin Shaughnessy as she saves that from going out of bounds. Now Pels is going to go to the rim. Great defense from Aubrey Finn, but a late foul. Kept her hands right in the air, but the ref said she got a hand in there. Pels is going to go back to the line for another 2. So that's Finn's second already. And that's the fourth foul with not even 2 minutes into the quarter for Marshfield, so they better be careful. Now the rest of the starters are going to check back in for Marshfield, that being McDougal, Aruda, Devin, and Daly. Good effort there from the bench unit. Now the starters are going to try and get this lead back. Second shot for Aruda is up. This one's good. Gets their lead up to 2 now. Now Elwood's going to look for someone. Throws it into Aruda. Back to Elwood. Elwood's going to send this one up to McDougal. McDougal has a good look at a 3. That one goes up. That one's a little strong. Good effort by Daly on the board to knock that one off of Brunstrom. Now McDougal's going to inbound this one. Marshfield on a box set. Trying to get Aruda open. Wasn't there. Now Daly's going to kick out to the 3-point line. Devin's going to put up the 3. That one's good. Matty Devin from downtown gives Marshfield the lead back. Good shot there from Devin. Now Corain's going to walk up the floor. Has Elwood on her. Plymouth South doing a great job running these off-ball plays as they get that one inside the Pels. That one gets sent back by Matty Devin. Daly collects the rebound. Now she gives this one to Elwood. Back over to Daly. Oh, Daly picks up her dribble. Got away with a very clear double dribble there, but I won't say anything. That one's a little right for Devin. And great effort there from Plymouth South to knock that one off McDougal's shoe. Plymouth South's going to take the ball back. Corain going to walk this one up the floor. Looking like Plymouth South's trying to get into another set. What will the play be? I have no idea. Elwood's going to get her hand in there. And that's going to be a turnover, so good defense there from Josie Elwood to get the ball back from Marshfield. Now Elwood's going to try and go fast. Plymouth South appears to be in a 2-3 zone. Daly's going to attack the middle of that zone. Aruda sells with the pump fake, and then she gets in, draws the foul. Good play from Caroline Aruda. Foul there is going to be on number 5, Peyton Murator. Shot for Aruda's up. That one's good. Aruda makes her first. Now we're going to have our first sub of the game. This is number 12, Sophie Vallis, coming into the game, replacing number 10, Addison Brunstrom. Second shot for Aruda's up, and that one's good too. Aruda brings the lead back to 3 for Marshfield. Corain trying to make a move on Elwood, goes right, stays to the right. Elwood's all over that. Now gets this one over to Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy hands it off to Murator. Murator has Devin all over her. Now going to bring this one back, goes back to Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy hands this one off to Murator. And then Murator puts up the layup. Layup's no good. Bit of an air ball there. Now Elwood takes it. She wants it. She's flying up the floor. Gets it up to McDougal. McDougal gets into the paint. McDougal puts up the floater. That one bounces in. Maybe McDougal adds 2 more to the scoreboard. Now Plymouth South's going to call another timeout. Marshfield goes on a little bit of a run here to get the lead back to 5. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this word from our sponsor.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions, Moi Health and Wellness, Road to Responsibility, and Biviano General Contracting.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Marshfield High School. Last one we saw you, Marshfield went on a bit of a run. They went from being down 2 to up by 5, just like that. So you don't want to miss any of it here because the score can change in an instant. Plymouth South coming out of a timeout, looking to get a quick bucket here. Corain's going to walk it up the floor. Now she has Elwood on her. Elwood trying to get her to go left. Sends it to this one to Pels. And Elwood said, I'll be taking that, thank you. Gets it into Aruda. Aruda to Daly. Daly jab steps and gets the open mid-range. Shot's good for Corinne Daly. Vicious jab step there from Corinne Daly. Good move to get the bucket. Corain's going to dump this one inside. That's Vallis. Vallis' first shot of the game goes in. So Vallis coming off the bench, makes her name known, gets a bucket. Elwood's going to sprint this one down the floor, try to attack the zone. And Elwood loses control of her pivot foot there. That's going to be a travel. Now Plymouth South's going to take over. Pels is going to get this one into Corain. Corain's going to walk up the floor, trying to get to her right. Elwood trying to shut off the right hand. Now Corain goes right. Loses her defender. Hands it off to Wallace. Wallace gets it outside to Pels. Pels puts up another three-pointer. That one's no good. Ball's going to go out. Corain collects. Corain bounces this one out to Murator. Murator shoots a three. That one's a little short. McDougal collects the rebound. Doesn't pass it. Ref's going to call a foul on the floor there. Oh, no. Paul call's just going to be out of bounds. So now Marshfield's going to take over in the backcourt. Here comes Elwood. Elwood trying to attack the zone again. Swings it over to Devin. Devin puts up the three. High arcing three. That one's going to be a little short. Aruda gets the rebound inside. Aruda cleaning up the glass again. Great play there from the freshman Caroline Aruda to add two more to her point column tonight. Here goes Corain. Corain gets to the left. McDougal dips her hand in the cookie jar, knocks that one out of bounds. And Plymouth not understanding that it's going to be their ball. Now Brunstrom's going to come back into the game, replacing Pels. Plymouth South's going to take this one out on the baseline. Ref's having her move a little further down to get the placement correctly. Daly's going to face guard the inbounder. Brunstrom gets this one in to Murator. Murator sends it over to Corain. Corain gets to her right. Sends it into the corner for Brunstrom. Brunstrom regroups. Now picks up her dribble. Gets it back to Corain. Corain thought about pulling from downtown. Now gets it back over to Brunstrom. Brunstrom over to Murator. That one's blocked by Maddie Devin. And that shot right there from Brunstrom goes up, gets the foul called. Foul's going to be on Corinne Daly.
Marshfield foul number 30, Corinne Daly, team's best at the line for Plymouth.
It's going to be Daly's first foul. First shot. That one's good for Brunstrom. Two subs coming in. We have Stella Ewell checking into the game for Corinne Daly. And we have number 11, Aubrey Pels, coming back into the game for Peyton Murator. Shots up. Shot's good. Brunstrom goes 2 for 2. Now Elwood's going to sprint up the court. Plymouth South still in that 2-3 zone defense, kinda. It's kind of hard to tell. It looks like they're just doubling everything. That one goes over McDougal's head, going to be out of bounds. Plymouth South's going to take over. Plymouth South has a chance to make this a one-possession game on this play. Let's see what they can do. Pass is going to go into Corain. Corain's going to get a screen from Shaughnessy. Now into the corner for Wallace. Pels is going to dribble to her right now, swing it back to Corain. Back over to Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy for 3. Hit one from there earlier. That one's out. Now Elwood's going to push the tempo up the floor. Elwood trying to get into the paint. Kicks it out to Ewell. Stella Ewell for 3. Tries to bank that one home. The bank can't. Bank's not open at night, so it looks like going to have to try again. Floater goes up there for Shaughnessy. Floater's no good. Ball's flying for the... Aruda comes down with the rebound. Now gets it out to Ewell. Ewell gets it over to Elwood. Now Marshfield has numbers going down the court. Devin's going to go into the paint. Goes up with the right. Layup's just a little strong there, but McDougal knocks that one free, looking like Jose Alvarado. So Ewell kicks it out to McDougal. McDougal for 3 in the corner. That one's a little strong also. Wallace is going to collect for Plymouth South. Now Corain's going to walk it up the floor. She's going to try and get a good shot here. Under 2 minutes to go in the first half. That one gets blocked by McDougal. Now Elwood sings it over to Devin. Devin's going to push the tempo up the floor. Keep dribbling with that right hand. Now Elwood's going to have a 3 at the top of the key. That one just rolls out. Ewell tries to collect the rebound. She's unsuccessful. Now Elwood's going to pick up full court. Gets Pels to pick up her dribble. Now Corain's going to fire a 3. Tries to bank it, but that one's a little to the left. Now Elwood's going to bring it up the floor. A little slower than usual. Now Marshall's going to try and get a good shot here. And Coach Weisgerber is going to call his first time out of the game with about a minute to go here in the first half. Don't go anywhere. Your score right now, 22-17. Back after this word from our sponsor.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions, Moi Health and Wellness, Road to Responsibility, and Biviano General Contracting.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Marshfield High School. As the first half's coming to a close, we got about a minute left. Score's been going a little all over the place right now. Marshfield currently has a 5-point lead. McDougal tried to get that one into the front court. Now she's just going to drop it into Elwood in the back court. Looks like Weisgerber drew up a play here, and it looks like Plymouth South is back in man coverage. They're trying to get the ball away from Aruda in the paint, as I believe she might be in double figures already. Elwood's going to get into the paint now. Throws up a floater. Floater's no good. Rebound's collected by Plymouth South, but Elwood gets her hand in there. Gets the steal, but the ball goes right out of bounds afterwards, so Plymouth South's going to keep the ball 48 seconds to play. That ball's going to go into Corinne. Corinne's going to walk this one up. Not going to try and go 2 for 1. Looks like they're just going to try and get a good shot here. Corinne tries to pass that to the corner, but no one was there. Ran the play a little too fast. Marshfield's going to take over with 38 seconds left on the game clock. Marshfield wants to go fast. They can go 2 for 1. Oh, actually, I thought the shot clock was 30 seconds. 35, my apologies. Looks like Marshfield's just going to try to wind the time down here. Devon's going to get that one into Aruda. Aruda gets triple team. Ref's going to call the foul. With that foul call, the shot clock's going to turn off. So now Marshfield can try for the last shot if they want. Marshfield in that 4 cross set. Now McDougal gets it out to Ewell. Ewell puts up the 3. That one's a little to the left. Going to go out of bounds. Plymouth South's going to have 25 seconds on the dot to get a shot up. Let's see what they come up with. Corinne's going to bring this one up the floor. Elwood meeting her right there at half court. Elwood trying to dip her hand in the cookie jar, unsuccessful. Corinne just running back and forth. Now gets this one over to Brunstrom. Brunstrom's going to go to the paint. Ball's going to put up the mid-range. That shot's no good. And foul's going to be called there on Maeve McDougal on the rebound. I thought it would have been a jump ball. But that's going to be 2 shots here for Plymouth South. So costly foul there by McDougal.
Marshfield foul number 24, Maeve McDougal, team in the bonus, at the line for the Panthers, number 20, Sarah Corinne, shooting 2.
So here comes Corinne. First shot's up. First shot's good for Corinne. Brings the lead down to 4 now for Marshfield. Little confusion there between the refs. Not exactly sure what's going on there. Second shot for Corinne's up. That one's good as well. Now Marshfield's got to go. They have 5 seconds left. McDougal puts it up at half. Almost makes it. She had a little bit more time to try and get a little closer. But that's going to end the first half with your score being 22-19. Marshfield currently leads. Now they're going to head into the locker room, see what they can do to try and run away with this game. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this halftime report on Marshfield Community Media.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions. Repel Pest Solutions is a full-service pest control company protecting residential and commercial properties from nuisance pests that carry germs and diseases. They are a small, family-run business from Marshfield, licensed, insured, competitively priced. We work to understand your needs and offer an integrated pest solution that's environmentally friendly. Don't be afraid to bug us. Moi Health and Wellness. Moi Health and Wellness is owned and operated by nurse practitioner Christine Murphy. We are an integrative wellness center offering medical weight loss, men's testosterone therapy, functional medicine consults and labs, vitamin therapy, Advadex laser skin resurfacing, Botox and dye sport, teeth whitening, and so much more. Moi Health and Wellness has 3 locations in Lakeville, Marshfield, and Plymouth. Road to Responsibility. Founded in 1988, Road to Responsibility's mission is to provide the means, the opportunity, and the support necessary to allow citizens with disabilities to take their place as productive members of the community. We are committed to providing all individuals with opportunities to truly live in the community. Through our services, we are proud to enrich and improve the lives of every individual, one person at a time. And Biviano General Contracting. Biviano General Contracting is Marshfield's leading custom modular house builder. Modular house building saves time and money. Only 8 to 12 weeks for the entire build and saves up to 25% compared to traditional building. We also offer custom deck building, kitchen and bathroom remodels, additions, and house elevations. More information can be found at bivianocontracting.com.
I have a very interesting update for you listening. Special thanks to my former video and TV production teacher, Shaq, for this. He sent me the book, so I have some halftime stats for you. Just trying to check this. We have some points. We have Stella Ewell with 3. And now the game started, so I'll get back to that during a timeout. Now this one's going to go into Pels. Pels first foot's over the line, so that's going to be a 2. McDougal collects the rebound. Now Elwood's going to bring this one up the floor. Marshfield are overloading a side. Now Daly's going to get it, jump it into Elwood. Ball's going to go out of bounds. Russ going to say that one went off Elwood last. So Plymouth South's going to take over. I don't know if just heard some heckle, but apparently it wasn't mean. So shout out to the positive hecklers. Now Corinne's going to walk up the floor. Elwood on her. Now Daly's going to come and blitz. And Russ going to call a double dribble there. Corinne not happy with that. She chucks that one at the ref. Now Marshfield's going to get the ball back. Marshfield up 22-19. Curious to know what Coach Weisgerber said at halftime, because I'm guessing he's trying to close this game out. Ball goes into Aruda. Aruda up to Elwood. Elwood for 3. Got it! Josie Elwood from downtown. Josie Elwood brings the lead up to 6 from Marshfield. Now Elwood's going to try and lock up on defense. Ball goes over. Devin guards Wells. Now this one goes back over to Corinne. Corinne jumps this one into Brunstrom. Ball's going to go over to Murator. Murator throws it to nobody, but then Marshfield throws it away also. Into the corner to Pels. Pels jabs, gets over. Now she sends it up to Murator. Murator gives it back to Pels. Pels is going to put the 3 up. Going to get fouled on the 3, so she's going to have 3 shots there. Foul's going to be on Maddie Devin. And not the type of foul you want to commit, fouling a 3-point shooter.
Marshfield foul number 33, Maddie Devin, team's first. At the line for the Panthers, number 11, Repel, shooting 3.
Repel's going to be at the line for 3 shots here. Coach Weisgerber is visibly unhappy about the foul on the 3-pointer. Shots up for Pels. That one's good. Pels loads up the second one. This one's good for Pels as well. Pels trying to go 3 for 3 to bring this back to a 1-possession game. Can she do it? She does not. McDougal collects the rebound. Now gives it to Elwood. Elwood's going to push the tempo. Elwood trying to find someone. Gets it over to Devin. Devin over to McDougal. McDougal back to Elwood. Now Elwood finds Devin in the corner. Devin thought about the 3. Now she gives it into McDougal. McDougal goes up left. Just misses the layup. Ruda tries to get in there for the offensive rebound, but she knocks it out of bounds. Plymouth South's going to take over. Now here comes Corinne, bringing the ball up the floor, trying to get her team in the lead. This one's going to get collected by Shaughnessy with Elwood all over her. Out to Pels. Now Elwood's going to take that. Now they're going to double. Daly's going to guard Shaughnessy at the top. Doesn't close out. Doesn't matter. Shaughnessy still missed. Pels, what an effort to save it. Good effort there from Pels. Now they swing it over. Corinne puts up the 3. That one gets blocked. Put a little too much arc on there. That's too much arc even for Dirk Nowitzki. Now here goes Devin up the floor. Devin just going right, won't dribble left. Now she's going to go back to her right hand. Gets fouled, but ref's going to say that one's on the floor. So Marshfield's going to take this one out under the basket. Looked like Elwood was wide open. Now they give it to her. Nice voice crack by me. Elwood from downtown. Josie Elwood adds another 3 to her score column for this quarter. That's 2 now. Now momentum starting to build up for the Rams. Now Elwood's going to guard Corinne. Elwood gets her hands in there, steals it. But Plymouth South is able to get it. But they say Peace South stepped out of bounds. So it's going to be Marshfield ball. Great heads-up defensive play there from Josie Elwood. Now it's looking like Plymouth South's going to come out in the zone. They're going to swing this over to McDougal. McDougal loses her defender. Now gets it into the paint. Devin's going to get the rebound. Now we have 2 Plymouth South teammates that ran into each other. They're both down at half court. They don't really feel well. Ref's going to call an offensive foul. One player on Plymouth South is still down, struggling to get up. Now she's up. That is Caitlin Shaughnessy. She ran into Peyton Murator. So she's a little shaken up, but she's going to stay in the game. Now, looking like the coach is just going to keep his 5 out there. So now Plymouth South's going to come down the court. Elwood all over her. Now Elwood tries to just dip her hand in the cookie jar and steal that. This one goes outside. Now Pels collects. Pels gets a screen there from her teammate. Now gives it over to Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy back over to Corain. Corain gets into the paint. Throws up a wild layup, and then she face plants. Now Corain is down. Just down on the floor. Corain's struggling to get back. She's still on the floor. Now Marshfield's playing 4-on-5. Daly's going in, puts up the floater. Floater's no good. Now Plymouth South's going to collect the rebound. And now we're going to have a ref timeout here for an injured player. So we'll be right back after this word from our sponsor.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions, Moi Health and Wellness, Road to Responsibility, and Biviano General Contracting.
All right, we're back from that injury timeout. That was number 20, Sarah Corain, that went down there for Plymouth South. So now I'm trying to see who subbed in. I believe that is number 12, Sophia Vallis, coming into the game for her injured teammate. Now Shaughnessy's going to take this one up the floor. Gets this one inside to Brunstrom. Brunstrom's going to have her pocket picked right there by Marshfield. Now the Rams have numbers pushing it up the floor. Elwood to McDougal. McDougal goes in for the layup. She gets fouled. McDougal fouled on the layup. She's going to have 2 shots at the free throw line.
Foul goes against Plymouth, team third. At the line for the Rams, number 24, Mae McDougal, shooting 2.
McDougal here has 2 shots. First shot's up. A lot of arc. That one's good. Mae McDougal put a lot of arc on that free throw, but it went in, so whatever works. Now we're going to have a sub. Stella Ewell come into the game, replacing Corinne Daly.
Number 21, Stella Ewell.
Second shot's up for McDougal. That one's good. Now Shaughnessy's going to bring it up the floor. Elwood tries to get another steal. Now Shaughnessy spins back, gets it over to Pels. Pels is fouled there on the floor by Devin. And I believe that's going to be Devin's 3rd. So Devin's going to be in foul trouble now. That's her 2nd, excuse me. Now we're going to have a sub come into the game. Molly Stevens replacing Josie Elwood. Now we also have number 20, Michaela Lamb, replacing Maddie Devin. Plymouth South trying to get something open. Get it into Pels. Over to Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy puts up the 3. That one bounces in and out. McDougal gets the rebound, but she brings it down. That's going to be a jump ball. And ball's going to stay with Marshfield. Now Stevens going to bring this one up the floor. Into the corner to Lamb. Lamb puts up the 3. That one's a little short. Now Pels is going to walk out up the floor, trying to push the pace, try to get another bucket to try to erase this 9-point deficit. Into the corner, that's Murator. Murator puts up the 3. 3's no good. Ewell tries to get the rebound. Now McDougal has it. McDougal gives it to Stevens. Now Stevens is going to bring the ball up the floor. McDougal's going to Euro step, get it in the paint. No foul call. Rush is going to say out of bounds. Going to be Plymouth South ball. Weisgerber's not too happy about that call. Weisgerber thinks that one was tipped. Looks like he's not going to get his call there. Here comes Shaughnessy up the floor. Lamb's going to pick her up. Swings it over. Now, timeout's going to be called by Plymouth South. Plymouth South coach is not too happy there about the lack of ball movement. Your score right now, 30-21 Marshfield with about 3 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this word from our sponsor.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions, Moi Health and Wellness, Road to Responsibility, and Biviano General Contracting.
Marshfield with a 30-21 lead over the Plymouth South Panthers. Looking to try to bring that one to double digits and close this game out. Now Plymouth South, they get this one, try to get it into Brunstrom. That one's going to get tipped by Stella Uhl. Now we're going to have two subs coming into the game. That's going to be McDaniel and Sears, replacing McDougal and Aruda. So now Marshfield's going to have their full bench rotation in. Now Murator is going to take this one out of bounds. She gets this one into Wallace. Wallace gives it back to Murator. Murator is looking for Brunstrom. Tries to get to Brunstrom. Audrey Sears comes up with it. She steals it. Then she gets fouled. So this ball's going to belong to Marshfield, I believe. And that is correct. So now Marshfield's going to take this one out at about half court. Weisgerber's trying to call out a play. Steven's going to get this ball at the top of the key. Hands it off to Stella Uhl. Over to Sears. Sears gets it to Lamb. Lamb all day in the corner. That one's a little strong. Sears going to chase this one down. Gets it into Stevens. But Wallace gets her hands in there to send it out to Pels. Now Pels is going to try and make something happen. Pels is going to step back, thought about a three. Now gets it over to Murator. Murator can't jump for that one. That one's going to go out of bounds. Marshfield's going to take possession back. Weisgerber going to try and call the same set here. Steven's going to get it in the paint, gets it out to Uhl. Uhl driving. Misses that one, but McDaniel's there to crash the glass. Now Lamb's going to put that one up with the left. McDaniel on the offensive glass again. Great rebounding there from Laura McDaniel. Going to draw the foul on the floor. Now Marshfield's going to take this one out underneath.
Women's foul number 12, Sophia Wallace, team's fourth, Marshfield ball.
Interesting play set here from Coach Weisgerber. I wonder what he's trying to make right now. Gets this one out to Stevens. Back into Uhl. Oh, what a beautiful play call from Weisgerber. Lamb slips the gap and gets wide open for the layup. Great play there from the Rams. Now Lamb going to try and get a steal. Now she's going to pressure Murator. Murator's going to hand this one off to Pels. Pels trying to get open for that three. Now she spins back to her left, puts up the mid-range. Can't bank that one home. Uhl with the rebound. Now here comes Sears, gets it into Stevens. Molly Stevens looking ahead, finds no one, gives it into Uhl. Uhl to McDaniel. McDaniel out to Sears. Now Sears tries to get to the rim. She drives in, tries to put up the layup, gets fouled. Sears is going to go to the line to shoot two.
Women's foul number 24, Caitlin Shaughnessy, team's fifth. At the line for the Rams, number 23, Audrey Sears, shooting two.
Sears going to get her first shot here. Shot's up. Shot's no good. Sears misses the first one, but all her teammates there to support her. Second shot for Sears goes up. That one goes down. Sears goes 1 for 2 at the line, makes this one a 12-point game. Now here comes Pels. Pels tries to go downhill. Molly Stevens cuts her off. Now Uhl. Back over to Pels. Pels puts that one up. McDaniel's going to chase down the rebound. Gets that one up to Lamb. Lamb over to Uhl. Uhl tried to shoot, then thought about passing it, but she didn't pass it in time. That's going to be a travel. Now Elwood and Aruda are going to come back in from Marshfield, replacing Lamb and McDaniel. Great shift from the both of them. Now here comes Shaughnessy up the floor. Pass it over to Murator. Nice skip pass. Now here comes Brunstrom. Brunstrom gives it back to Pels. Pels is going to get to her left. Now come back right. Now hands it over to Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy's just moving backwards. Good defense there from Sears. Tries to get it over to Wallace in the left corner, but that ball's going to go out of bounds. Shout out Will Nicholson for helping out the refs. He's a man of the people. Now we got a bit under a minute now. Marshfield up by 12. Going to see if they can add to that lead. Stevens gets it to Sears. Sears gets it to Elwood. Elwood looking for Stevens. Stevens wide open in the corner. That one's a little short. Great job by Uhl on the glass. Stevens goes and gets it. Stevens draws the foul. Great effort there from the freshman Molly Stevens.
Foul number 12, Sophia Wallace, team in the bonus. At the line for the Rams, number 12, Molly Stevens, shooting 2.
First shot up for Stevens. That one's good.
Checking in for Plymouth, number 13, Emma Flaherty.
Second shot for Stevens goes up. That one's no good. Now checking in for the first time tonight, that's number 13, Emma Flaherty. She grabs the rebound and gets her name in the stat sheet. So that's Plymouth South's 7th player that's played in the game tonight, while Marshfield, I believe, is up to 10. Good defense there from Sears. Now Bruncham's going to get into the paint, puts up the layup. Layup's no good. Aruda tips that one out of bounds. It's going to stay here. Plymouth South got about 15 seconds left in the quarter. Now Murator is going to try and get this one in bounds. Gets it in over there to Flaherty. Flaherty hands this one off to Pels. Pels tries to get it in the paint. Draws the foul there on Aruda. So Plymouth South going to be at the line shooting 2, trying to make this one an 11-point game.
Marshfield foul number 44, Carolina Aruda, team's 4th at the line for the Panthers. Number 11.
Looking like Weisgerber is going to make a last-minute sub here. First shot for Pels goes up. That one's good. Now Corinne Daly's coming back into the game, replacing Carolina Aruda.
Number 30, Corinne Daly.
Second shot for Pels goes up. That one goes down. Back to an 11-point game. Now Marshfield has 10 seconds. The clock still hasn't started, so Marshfield got a little extra time here. Molly Stevens puts up the 3. Sears goes and collects. Sears throws that one up at the buzzer. That one's no good. Molly Stevens tried to get one more tip in, but Plymouth South denied. So after 3 quarters of play, your score is 34-23 in favor of your Marshfield Rams. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here for the 4th quarter after this word from our sponsor.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions, Moi Health and Wellness, Road to Responsibility, and Biviano General Contracting.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here for the start of the 4th quarter here on Marshfield Community Media. This was a close game coming out of halftime, but now the Rams have built up a double-digit lead, leading 34-23. Now a little confusion there on who's going to start with the ball, but now it's going to be Plymouth South. Marshfield looking like they're in a zone defense here. As Elwood's going to come up and blitz. The ball is going to go out to Murator. Murator passes this one into Flaherty. Flaherty throws that one right to Josie Elwood. Josie Elwood's going to put up the layup. That one's good. Josie Elwood continuing to add to her point total tonight. Now here comes Shaughnessy, passes that one over to Pels. Pels gets her 3 that she's been looking for all night. Just can't hit it. That sucks. And now we have another player hit the ground pretty hard for Plymouth South. That's Murator. Now McDougal tries a little step back. But the ball goes out of bounds. Marshfield's going to keep possession. Now we have Wallace coming back in for Plymouth South. And now for the first time tonight, we have Sophia Long. So Long getting her first minutes of the night. Daly's going to curl, get in. They get it into her for the layup. And one! Corinne Daly with the and one. Trying to bury the hatchet right now and put this game to rest.
Count the basket. Plymouth North South foul on number 10, Addison Brunstrom, team's first.
Daly getting ready. Shots up. Shots good. Corinne Daly finishes the and one. Now Daly makes this a 16-point game with about 7.5 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Plymouth South back in that box set. Now Shaughnessy finally gets this one into Pels. Pels just trying to find that 3-pointer, but Devin is shutting down all of that. Gets the layup to go, though. Good help defense there from Daly. Now Elwood's going to bring this one down the court, pushing the pace over to Devin. Devin gets it back over to Elwood. Now Elwood bounces it over to Daly. Daly looking, tries to get McDougal on the curl, but can't. Now Ewell's going to get the ball back. Into the Devin, Ewell gets it back. Now sends it out to McDougal. McDougal over to Elwood. Elwood into Ewell. Ewell puts up the layup, gets fouled. So Ewell's going to go to the line to shoot 2. I believe we have an injured player on the court, I think, being number 10, Addison Brunstrom. Now checking into the game for the first time tonight, it's going to be number 15, Ava Tatro. Ewell with the free throw routine. First shot's up. First shot's good for Stella Ewell.
Checking in for the Panthers, number 15, Ava Tatro.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Go back to the same routine. Shot for Ewell goes up. Shot goes down for Stella Ewell. Goes 2 for 2. Gets the lead back up to 16 from Marshfield. Now Shaughnessy's going to get into the paint, throws up a wild floater. That's no good. Devin's going to get the rebound. Now Devin doesn't pass the ball up the floor. She tries to do it herself. Now picks up her dribble, sends it over to Elwood. Elwood kicks it out to Daly. Corinne Daly from downtown. Splash! Corinne Daly from downtown gets the lead up to 19. Good shot there from Daly. Now Marshfield back in that 2-3 zone that's been getting them steal after steal. Back over to Pels. Pels gets into the paint. Good defense there from Stella Ewell. Forces the miss. Now she gets the rebound. Passed it up to Josie Elwood, but the ball's going to fly out of bounds. Got a little too excited there on that one. Going to be a turnover. Now Plymouth South's going to take this one out into Shaughnessy. Josie Elwood gets her hands in there. Good deflection. Now Pels is going to take this one out, try to get it back into Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy does a little juke move to get open. Now she buries herself in the corner. Gets out. Now Elwood's going to go over, reach in, going to get a foul called. It's going to be the first foul of the quarter for Marshfield. Foul's going to be on Josie Elwood. That's her first. Now Plymouth South going to take it out from the same spot they just took it out from. Looking like they're playing a little decoy right there to get Shaughnessy the ball. Now ball's going to go over to Long. Long dribbles right into a double team. Now gets it over to Pels. Pels crosses over Elwood. Now swings it over to Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy pulls the 3. That one's an air ball. Devin collects. Now Devin's going to push the tempo up the floor. Tries to get it to McDougal, but Shaughnessy knocks that one out of bounds. It's going to stay with Marshfield. Now, freshman Carolina Root is going to check back into the game, replacing Stella Ewell. Good shift there from Stella Ewell. Now Ruff's going to have Pels move back a little bit. McDougal gets this one in to Daly. Daly tries to find her on the get back. Now gets it to her. Shaughnessy gets her hands in there again to knock it out of bounds. Good effort there from Shaughnessy. Aruda curls, puts up the layup. That one's no good. She's going to get the foul call there, so Aruda's going to be at the line shooting too.
Plymouth ball number 15, Ava Tatro, team's third. At the line for the Reds, number 44, Carolina Aruda, shooting 2.
Shot for Aruda is up. That one's no good. Whole entire team supporting her there on the miss. Second shot for Aruda goes up. That one's no good. But Daly collects the rebound. Devin thought about the 3. Now sends it over to Elwood. Elwood gives it to McDougal. McDougal ball fakes, gets to her left, gives it to Elwood. Elwood gives it to Aruda. Elwood gets it back. Elwood picks up her dribble. She falls to the floor. That looked uncomfortable. Now here comes Pels. Daly playing good defense. Fouls her. Daly a little confused on the foul. I am too. It looked like she had her hands straight up, but that's going to be an and one there for Plymouth South. Basket's going to go to Aubrey Pels. Now she's going to go to the line to shoot one.
Number 11, Aubrey Pels, shooting one.
Wisegiver just told Daly to, relax about that. It's not the end of the world getting the foul call. Free throws up for Pels. Free throws good. Plymouth South's going to use their 4th timeout of the game here. Going to have 1 remaining after this break. Got about 5 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Marshfield leads the game 44-28. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for the end of this game.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions, Moi Health and Wellness, Road to Responsibility, and Biviano General Contracting.
Welcome back to Marshfield High School. We got about 5 minutes left in the 4th quarter of play. Your Marshfield Rams lead 44-28. Now they're looking to close out the game. Plymouth South's going to put the press back on. McDougal gets it into Elwood. Elwood back to McDougal. Trying to look for Daly inside, doesn't get it. Now McDougal's going to throw this one away to Shaughnessy. But Long is going to carry before she gets into the paint to throw up the shot. So that's going to be another turnover for Plymouth South. McDougal looking for Elwood, her point guard, gets it in. Now they get it into Daly. Daly didn't see Pels behind her. Now they're going to try and get it into Pels. Pels saves it, but she passes it right to Aruda. Now Elwood's going to push the tempo up the floor. Now Elwood's going to retreat, wait for her whole team to get back. Going to do a little crossover. Now she gets to her spot. Same area her brother likes to shoot from, but that one's no good. Aruda tried to force the jump ball there. She hits the deck. Now Plymouth South has numbers going up the floor. Shaughnessy passes this one to Pels. Pels puts up the contested 3. That one's a little long. Rebound there. Vallis almost collects. They're going to say ball goes off of Aruda there, so Plymouth South's going to take possession back. Now Long's going to take the ball out of bounds, looking for Pels. Pels deep 2. That one goes down, so Pels finally hits another jump shot. Brings the lead down to 14. Elwood gets it into Daly. Daly hands it back off to Elwood. Now Elwood's got numbers running up the floor. Gets it into Corinne Daly. Ref says that one's off Corinne Daly, even though it looked like it got tipped from behind. So now Plymouth South's going to take the ball back yet again. And now Plymouth South's starting to build a little momentum here with about 4 minutes to play. Now here comes Shaughnessy up the floor. We still see no return of Captain Sarah Corain for Plymouth South, but it looks like her absence is fueling the team to play even better. Ref's gonna call a jump ball there. Marshfield's gonna take the ball back. So big stop there for the Rams. Wisegiver wants a timeout now. Your score, 44-30. Marshfield in the lead, about 4 minutes left to go. Don't go anywhere. We still got a whole set of minutes. Sorry, I lost my words there. I apologize. We still got some time left in the 4th quarter. We'll be right back after this word from our sponsor.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions, Moi Health and Wellness, Road to Responsibility, and Biviano General Contracting.
For my little crumble right there, I didn't really know what words were coming out of my mouth. So I'm sorry for the confusion, but now we are back in the Robert E. Keuther Jr. Gymnasium as Elwood gets the ball in bounds. There it goes to Devin. Devin, bullet pass into Aruda. That one's going to get tipped by Plymouth South, and Marshfield's going to keep possession. Now McDougal's looking for one of her teammates to get the ball until she finds Aruda. Aruda's going to get fouled, I think. Yep. Foul there is going to be on number 12, Sophia Vallis. And now Plymouth South's up to 4 fouls this half. Not half quarter, so next foul, Marshfield will be shooting. That's also Vallis' 4th foul. One more, she will be fouled out. McDougal tried to get that one into Daly, but she threw it right over to Vallis instead. Now here comes Pels. Pels throws it into Long. Long puts up the shot. Shot's no good. Elwood gets it over to Devin. Devin spins back, tries to get it over to Aruda. Daly finds it. Daly gets it to Devin. Devin tries to go to the paint. Interesting decision there. Foul's going to get called on the floor, but I believe she's still going to be at the free throw line regardless.
the bonus.
So now it looks like Devon's going to be at the line. And the foul there is going to be called on Wallace, so that's going to be her 5th foul of the game. She's going to be fouled out.
At the line for the Rams, number 33, Maddie Devon, shooting 2.
So now Devon's going to get her 2 free throws here. Checking into the game for Plymouth South. I'm trying to find the number here. Thank you to Will Nicholson. That's number 13, Emma Flaherty. So shout out, Will. Shot goes up by Devon. That one's off. Second shot for Devon. That one's up. That one's no good. She goes 0 for 2. Now Long's going to try and bring this one up the floor. Gets it back over to Pels. Pels drops that one. Now Daly's going to smother her at half court. Now Elwood's going to switch onto her. Ref's going to call a double dribble there. Pels visibly frustrated. Weisgerber's going to call another timeout.
Marshfield.
So now it looks like Weisgerber's going to try and get some of his end-of-the-bench players in maybe, or just try to get a few more buckets to seal this one up. We got a little under 3 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Your score's still the same, 44-30 Marshfield. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back for the end of the 4th quarter right after this word from our sponsor.
MCM coverage of MHS sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions, Moi Health and Wellness, Road to Responsibility, and Biviano General Contracting.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Robert E. Keuther Gymnasium here at Marshfield High School. Marshfield has built up a 14-point lead with about 3.5 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Carolina Ruda puts up the layup. That one's no good. Oh, that's going to be a double dribble there for number 13, Emma Flaherty. So that's going to be another turnover for Plymouth South. Plymouth South is just having a tough time keeping control of the ball here tonight, it seems. Now Molly Stevens is actually checked back into the game now. That one goes a little high for Aruda. That one's going to be another turnover. Now the refs are debating on where they're going to take this one out. Going to be a side out. Pell's going to take it out into Shaughnessy. Just waiting for the ball to get in. And now the ball is in. Now Elwood's going to pick her up. Screen comes. Shaughnessy gets into the paint. Passes it out to Flaherty. Over to Long. Long spins, picks up her dribble. Back to Flaherty. Now over to Pels. Pels has lived on this right wing all night. Now she takes another step back 3. Finally, she makes one. Banks that one home. Plymouth South wants the full court press as we now have an 11-point game. Elwood skips that one over to Devon. Devon's going to go to the paint. Nice little Euro step. Euros around, scoops that one in off the backboard. Nice little spin to it. Now here comes Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy tries to get into the paint. Now gets it to Flaherty. Flaherty gets it up to the top of key. Pels. Pels feeling herself. That one's no good. Daly collects the rebound. Gets it to her point guard, Elwood. Now Elwood gives it back to Daly. Daly's going to go up the floor. Give it to Stevens. Stevens gives it to Elwood. Elwood sends it over to Devon. Pels gets her hand in there, but Maddie Devon controls the ball, gets it back. Now she's going to get it to Josie Elwood. Elwood tries to find Molly Stevens on the cut, but throws that one into traffic. Shaughnessy comes up with the steal. Elwood tries to pick her pocket there. Now she gets it in the long. Now over to Pels. Pels puts up another 3. That one's no good. Now Devon collects the rebound. Now Devon's just going to sprint up the court from the right side, trying to go up the sideline. That's going to be a blocking foul. Shaughnessy sold that pretty well to be a charge, though, if you ask me.
Foul goes against Plymouth, team in the bonus.
Now refs are just making sure they were in the bonus. Maddie Devon's going to be at the line with 2 shots. Could potentially seal this game. First shot from Maddie Devon goes up. That one's good. Second shot for Devon's up. That one rims out. Elwood tries to crash the boards there. She's unsuccessful. It's going to be out of bounds. Plymouth South is going to take over. Now we're going to have more subs here for Plymouth South. We have number 1, Kylie Shea, checking into the game, freshman, for her first minutes of the night. We have number 15, Ava Tacho, coming into the game as well. Shot goes up there for Shea, and Shea makes it rain from downtown with the 3. Gets the lead back down to 11. Now Stevens gets this one into Elwood. Elwood just trying to advance it. Passes that one up ahead to Daly. Daly secures it. Daly bounces that one into Stevens. Stevens up for the layup. That layup's good for Molly Stevens. Now Plymouth South's trying to go fast. Get it up the court to Tacho. Tacho gets it to Pels. Pels loses that. Gets to Aruda. Aruda gets it to Devin. Now Devin sprinting back up the court on the right side like she has been doing all night. Now she tries to Euro into the lane. Misses the layup there on that one. Gets it passed back out to her. Now out to Daly. Now Weisgerber's going to call a timeout here as he's trying to get some of the bench in. So we have under a minute to go here in this fourth quarter with Marshfield leading 49-36. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back for the final minute of this game here on Marshfield Community Media.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions, Moi Health and Wellness, Road to Responsibility, and Biviano General Contracting.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Marshfield High School. Weisgerber's put in almost a completely new 5. Seeing some faces for the first time tonight as we got May Murphy, Caroline Robbins, and Lizzie Barrett all checking in for the first time tonight. As well as number 3, Allie Rosa, also checking in for the first time. Murphy's going to be 11, Robbins is going to be number 5, and Barrett's going to be number 10. So Murphy's going to try to get this one in. Gets it into Robbins. Robbins puts up the layup. Layup's no good for Caroline Robbins, but Barrett's there on the offensive glass. Gets it out to Stevens. Stevens gives it over to Robbins. Robbins thinks about the 3 now, passes it out to Murphy. Murphy gets it to Barrett. Now Barrett's looking. She gives that one to Rosa. Rosa drives into the paint, goes up with the left. Layup's no good, but Barrett's there on the glass again. Now Stevens gets the rebound. Stevens puts in the layup. Molly Stevens just continuing to add to her stat sheet tonight. The freshman playing amazing. Now no one's going to pick up the ball. That is Kylie Shea going to throw that one over the backboard. She looks a little shaken up after that. Now shot clock's going to be turned off, but Plymouth South's going to keep the pressure on. Murphy's going to just try to get this one into her point guard, Stevens. Gets it into Stevens. Stevens is going to advance this. Get it up to Caroline Robbins. Caroline Robbins travels on that one, so it's going to be a turnover. Plymouth South's going to take the ball back. With about 20 seconds to go, we got a 15-point game. Marshfield leading 51-36. And it's looking like Plymouth South's not going to take their foot off the gas. They're going to try and get another bucket to cut this lead down as much as possible. Now they swing this one over to Maloney. Not Maloney, that was Tacho, I apologize. Stevens getting double teamed, I believe, at half court. Give it to Rosa. Rosa puts it up at the buzzer. Shot's not going to fall. And our final score is going to be Marshfield 51, Plymouth South 36. Marshfield's going to move on to 4-1 on the season, undefeated at home, that being their first home win of the entire season. I want to thank you very much for listening here on Marshfield Community Media tonight. I'm Tyler Pinero here on the microphone. We had Sam Horton on the camera. Shout out to him, and shout out to Ivana Osborne back in the studio. We'll see you guys on Thursday night with a doubleheader with both the boys and the girls basketball teams taking on the Duxbury Dragons. We will see you then. Good night.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions. Repel Pest Solutions is a full-service pest control company protecting residential and commercial properties from nuisance pests that carry germs and diseases. They are a small, family-run business from Marshfield, licensed, insured, competitively priced. We work to understand your needs and offer an integrated pest solution that's environmentally friendly. Don't be afraid to bug us. Moi Health and Wellness. Moi Health and Wellness is owned and operated by nurse practitioner Christine Murphy. We are an integrative wellness center offering medical weight loss, men's testosterone therapy, functional medicine consults and labs, vitamin therapy, Advadex laser skin resurfacing, Botox and dye sport, teeth whitening, and so much more. Moi Health and Wellness has 3 locations in Lakeville, Marshfield, and Plymouth. Road to Responsibility. Founded in 1988, Road to Responsibility's mission is to provide the means, the opportunity, and the support necessary to allow citizens with disabilities to take their place as productive members of the community. We are committed to providing all individuals with opportunities to truly live in the community. Through our services, we are proud to enrich and improve the lives of every individual, one person at a time. And Biviano General Contracting. Biviano General Contracting is Marshfield's leading custom modular house builder. Modular house building saves time and money. Only 8 to 12 weeks for the entire build and saves up to 25% compared to traditional building. We also offer custom deck building, kitchen and bathroom remodels, additions, and house elevations. More information can be found at bivianocontracting.com.